Okay then folks, I'm back with the electronic Daystate. This is the Air Wolf. Just going to check 4 different pellets through it. Starting off with these Sniper Mediums. Got the Baracuda Hunter Extremes. Got H&N Field Target Trophies and got the Daystate Kaisers. So I think what I'm going to do, I'll start off with Sniper Mediums and go clockwise, and we'll see what we'll get. So let's get on with the test. So I'm doing single shot loading. I need to get a new mag for it. I think what I'm going to do is get one of the new 13 shot magazines for it. So okay, so I'm just going to have a quick shot at the 0. Oh, that's gone iron to the right, or iron to the left, up there. Try another shot, just see if it's grouping, because it could be, it don't like the pellet. Okay, so let's adjust. So I want to go up. I want to go left. I'm going to take a shot, see if we're anywhere near. Okay, so it needs to come, still needs to come down a bit. A tad more. Ooh, close. All right, okay. Go one more click to the left, and I think I'll go 1 up. Okay, right, I'm going to go for the group then and give it 10 shots. Bottom left. Last one. Okay, so that did well. So it's like the Sniper Mediums. Now I found the target that flew off the other day. and it's there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to chronograph it and we'll see what kind of power it's giving. Now it only weighs 8.49 grains, so I would imagine the power's going to be 10.5 to 11, but let's find out. Okay then. Okay then, final shot. Okay, so that's not too bad at all. Got an average of 11.3, high of 11.5, low of 11.1. So you got, that gives an average of 7.74, high of 7.79, low of 7.68. Spread 11, standard deviation 3.7. So looking at the graph here, it's pretty flat. Got 4 at 7.77, 1 at 7.79, 7.75. So yeah, not too bad. 6 shots within 4 feet per second. So next up will be the H&N Field Target Trophies. Right, bloody sun in my face now. Late on in the day. Quite a nice day today. Better than it's been all week, to be honest. Okay, let's see how these do. So Field Target Trophies. Low and to the right. Now this will be a characteristic of the pellet down the barrel. As long as it's grouping alright, I'm not worried about it being on target. So I'll zero the first pellet, the rest will be groups. Don't know if that was the same on, but Field Target Trophies are a go-to pellet in most rifle barrels. Last one then. So they're grouping really well. I'd expect they would. There we go, another good group. So next up we'll do the crony test. Okay, like a twat, I opened the wrong tin. They was H&N Baracuda Extremes. So I'm going to change the position. So recalculate what it says on the sheet. Top left now will be the Baracuda Hunter Extremes, and that's probably why it dropped, because it's a heavier pellet. This weighs 9.57 grains. Back to the H&N Baracuda Hunter Extremes. Okay. So these are coming up pretty high in the power, 11.8, 11.9. So actually aiming off for the point of impact. And that's all you need to do out in the field. You see where your pellet's hitting, and you just need to aim off accordingly. Now none of these pellets are weighed straight out of the tin. Okay, last one. Let's see what they did. Okay then, got an average of a 744, high of 752, low of 735. So spread is 17, standard deviation 4.9. Gradually coming down in power, looking at that. So power wise then, that average is 11.7 foot-pounds, high of 11.9, low of 11.4. So hard hitting pellet. It's got like a posse drive head on it, so it will split and mushroom out. So there we go. So the next one will be the Daystate Kaisers, which should perform similar to the H&N Field Target Trophies. Okay then, so moving on, the sun is just dropping behind the roof now, so it's not in my face anymore, so you might get a better view through the scope. So Kaisers 864 grains. Okay then, top right. Wind's blustering. Okay, not a bad group again. So let's chrono it. Okay then, continuing with the cars on the chronograph. So looking at this, 11 foot-pounds. Which is not too bad actually. Plenty of power for rabbiting and stuff if you need to. .1 that time, but consistent. 10.8, last bullet coming up. Okay, so let's check the results. Right, average of 11 foot-pounds, high of 11.1, a low of 10.8. So from the 10 shots, that gave us an average of 758 feet per second, a high of 761, low of 752. That's a spread of 9, standard deviation of 2.4. So probably the most efficient one down the barrel, but not the most powerful. But consistency is pretty good at that. So now moving on to the last pellet, which is the H&N Field Target Trophy, which should have been the second, but it's now the fourth on the list, I should say. I would expect it to be very similar to this, because the Daystate Kaisers, as the name would suggest, German, they're made by H&N. So whether it's the exact same pellet, it's going to be pretty close. So let's find out. Okay, so I think we get a very similar result this time to what we did in the last set of pellets. So the last group are the H&N Field Target Trophy, or FTTs, bottom at the right. And hitting a very similar point. Last one. Right, so yeah, probably the best group of the lot there. A really tight group. So let's finally come on to the crony test then. Okay then, chronograph test. So these are bringing back more power than the Kaisers. Based on that, around 11.5 foot-pounds, I think these would be the ones to go with. Around a 5 feet per second spread at the moment. Eight feet per second. Okay, last one. Okay then, so final results. got an average of 770, high of 777, low of 765, spread of 12, standard deviation 4.3, not bad at all. A few shots on the graph. There we go. So foot pounds wise then, that gave us an average of 11.4 foot pounds, high of 11.6, low of 11.2. And that is the pellet testing chronographing complete. Okay then folks, so not a lot in it. I think the Field Target Trophies came out on top as far as accuracy goes. They was averaging 11.4. The Kaisers are averaging about 11. The Baracuda Extremes around 11.7, I believe. I think these are about 11.4 for the Sniper Mediums as well. So not a lot in it. The last three pellet choices all basically in the same sort of area, low and to the left compared to the 0 on this. So it's entirely deciding what I'm going to use it for. I think I'm going to stick with the mediums for now. 11.5 foot pounds is about right, and they are accurate enough, I think. So the last shots will be with this, just to make sure we're still on 0. What I'm going to do, fire at the target and then fire at the point of impact and see what a group we can get. Okay. So that's going to be point of aim. Got the illuminated reticle on. That's just dropping lower the point of aim. Let's go. That went low actually. Go there. Yeah, I must have gone the bloody wrong way. Strange that. It says up on the turret and I went up. Damn it. Yeah, I think that's more or less going to be right. Seems to go right behind the reticle. Yeah, we're on. Okay. That wasn't where I was aiming at. 22 yards. Yep. It's bang on, isn't it? These are the Sniper Mediums. Yep. That's what we call follow through, just holding on. Supposed to keep finger on your trigger and the point of aim till the rounds hit the target. Yeah, made him a little eye there. Okay. So that's it then. Rifle and scope all zeroed. That was a view through the One Leaf NV100. Will attach to any rifle scope you've got. All you need to do is measure the size of your optical lens and get the right attachment to fit it. So on this one it's 45mm and the scope is a Discovery scope. It's the LHD-NV 3x12 by 42 side focus and illuminated reticle. So let's remember to turn that reticle off and it's off. Always end up forgetting that bugger and you end up with a flat battery, but yeah. So this year I didn't go to the shooting show because for the last 6 weeks I've not been well. The wife's not been well. She's had blood pressure pushing 200, so she's almost been in hospital with that, but managed to control it with meds, but it's still not brilliant at the moment. I had 2 grandkids to look after that had chicken pox at the start of the year, so there's 2 weeks there where I couldn't do anything, so I've not really been down the range apart from late at night on a couple of occasions, and basically I've edited all that together and more or less at the same time and put them out. Like a lot of the videos I've done, I've been doing one after the other and then just putting them on, so what you've actually seen has been over a short period but spread out. So I did fully intend to go to this shooting show this year. I was invited to go down by DNT, but I just weren't up to it. Definitely be going next year, barring any more illnesses. But they have come out of some really good kit. Amazing that they've only been out for 18 months and what they've achieved so far. I mean, it started out as HITAC. Within 2 weeks they basically found a market with Arkin, and probably within 9 months of that, 8 months of that, they became DNT. The last time I was at the shooting show, they'd got the DNT Zulus 3x12 and 5x20, and they'd also just come out with the Firm Night 225. Within that same period in a year, come out with 2 more night vision scopes, the 335 and it's the 635. Plus they've got a new optical scope, and this year they've also come out with the Hydra, which is a standalone thermal scope. It can be used as a spotter, dedicated scope, or put in front of a scope, so you can use a scope like this looking through the thermal, so it can be used for 3 different things. They've also coming out with a new, looks like an optical scope. It's not a night vision scope, but it is a digital scope that does exactly the same thing as their other scopes do. So you've got basically ballistic calculators in it and that, but it's just a daytime scope, that one. So a lot to look forward to. They've also come out with a handheld spotting scope as well, so you get it in your pocket, look around, and so there's a lot of things come out. They've moved on a lot, and I'm sure there'll be a lot more within the next year. So that's DNT. One Leaf, that's another one I work closely with. Now they actually wanted me to become a dealer, but my health's not good enough to do things like that at the moment. I don't think it ever will be now. But they are looking at putting a stamp on the UK market, so expect within the next year that they'll have UK dealers with the One Leaf scopes, and they've got some really good kit. What makes those unique is that they've got add-on lenses that you can swap out, so you'll probably start off with a 30mm lens, 35mm lens, and you'll be able to switch it out for a 50 or 70mm lens to give you more. It zooms in more, but it also makes them a lot more clearer the bigger the lens. But obviously the field of view gets smaller as you put the bigger lenses on. But they're all 4K and they're really good quality things. Like this one, this is how they started off. It was taking on the likes of Pod with the add-ons, and now they're coming out with all kinds of new kit, like digital night vision and optical. But yeah, 2 great companies at great prices, and I highly recommend both of them. So that's it for now, and I'll catch you all in the next video.